What's up, guys? We're back. So it's been a while. It's been too long. Um, as you can see, what I'm recording, there's lots of bees kind of playing around. So this is the time. This is the time to talk about avocados. All right, it's been too long. The last time I did a video was probably December of last year, and then we got lots of rain. And every time I came out here to try to do a video, we got rain. And I decided to just kind of pause. But I think this is a good time to kind of talk about where we are right now. This right here is my Zutano, and the Zutano right now is in kind of like, I would call this like bloom, almost full bloom. But I'm gonna kind of get a little closer to this cluster of flowers here. I know some of you guys don't like clusters, but as you can see, there's bees in there, and there's bees all over. I mean, not a lot of bees, but just enough. The temperature, I think, is just right for some of these flowers to open. And I think we're gonna have male and female flowers open pretty much at the exact same time. So we should have good pollination. So if you're out in your garden, make sure you check your irrigation. Something as simple as just, turning it on and double checking to make sure it's actually running and not clogged or anything like that. That's the way to go. So on the Zutano, that's what we got right now, like a little spinner. This thing works pretty good. I put it on a timer for about 10-15 minutes, and it goes on daily right now. It's starting to get a little warmer. So this is the time to kind of check. So what else is flowering? Well, not everything is in full bloom right now. This is my Hass, and the Hass is starting to form some flowers. You can see that. Let me see if I could zoom in real quick. So it's starting to, I mean, on this side of the tree, you can see the flowers forming. There's still fruit inside here, and we're starting to harvest the fruit, and they're good. They're really good now. And I can just imagine as the time kind of goes along a little bit more for the oils to develop even more, that they're going to get even better. So here's my other Hass, doing excellent also. It's crazy that, I did this YouTube channel probably a couple years ago to really document the status of all of my trees and kind of document the growth. And I'm walking backwards so you can see the scale. But what I'll do is I'll put a clip of these trees right here so you can see what they look like a couple years ago. It's amazing. Well, this one I bought, it was supposed to be a reed, and this was supposed to be a reed also. And as you know, sometimes you get, not exactly what you're expecting, especially if you're buying it from the Home Depot, unfortunately. But good surprise, it was a Hass, and it's been fruiting really, really well. So can't complain. And then of course I got my Zutano that I just showed you guys, which is just right here. And then here's my other Hass. This was a 15-gallon. This was a 5-gallon. And 15 versus 5, I think the 5 is starting to really overtake the 15. So interesting to see that. Edinger is flowering a lot more now. So exciting times. And then one thing I wanted to also show you guys is my Jan Boyce. Jan Boyce is flowering, and especially at the top there, I'm gonna kind of pan up. See all that? That's great. And guess what else? Let me show you. I just noticed it this morning. This is the Kona. There it is. We got flowers officially that I'm seeing. And this Kona really is taking off. And this is my first Kona that's really doing well in the ground. I got this from Brokaw. This is what it looks like today. Pan up, pan down. And this was a Brokaw tree, and it was on Duke 7 rootstock. So for me, Duke 7 has been doing really, really well. It seems to kind of grow faster. So there it is. I need to remove that. Actually, it's all right to have it there because it's protecting the truck with the water that's spraying on there. And essentially that's kind of what I use, a little micro spray right there, and I just run it. And it just helps keep the top moist, which is where a lot of the roots are. So I do kind of like 5-10 minute spurts, and I do more spurts throughout the day. I know some people will do like 8-hour long runs once a week or something like that, but for me, I find that I just do a little less water, but more frequent watering seems to kind of work for me. So to each your own, give it a try, see what works. Your trees will tell you the story, right? So if your leaves are starting to kind of wilt down a little bit, that's the time to add a little more water. So this is what has been working for me. And the flowers are starting to form. You see that? Yeah, so this is a good time. Let me show you what else is flowering. All right, here's the surprise. It's finally flowering this year. It hasn't flowered the last couple years. I mean, it's really young. It's probably 2 years old. But we got flowers now, and I don't see any bees over here. So they're like all over the Zutano, but they're not over this surprise yet. So let me back it up so you can see. But this is a good sized tree right now. So right here is my Forte, and the Forte has some flowers, not a lot, but I'm starting to see more flowers getting developed. So they're coming in. They're not, I mean, I haven't had good success with this Forte, so a little disappointed with it, but you know what, holding on because I got flowers this year, giving it one more chance. And then of course, surprise, Forte, Mexicola. I think this is a Mexicola grande. The characteristics of the fruit looks more like Mexicola grande, but it was labeled as a Mexicola. But it's flowering, and this is one of those trees where, oh, there's a bee right there. I mean, I like it. I like having it in the yard, but I wouldn't say that the Mexicola is my favorite. So let me zoom up or scan up so you can see. It's kind of what it looks like. The thing is, the fruit is, I mean, it's good, but it's not like excellent. The skin is really thin. I don't get a lot of fruit from this tree for some reason. And then the fruit kind of just doesn't stick. It kind of falls. It holds on and then eventually falls. Whereas some of my other trees, they kind of grow and the fruit is held on and it does well. So top working this for sure. A sad Nabal that's going to come out today when I get to it today. So that's going to happen. Hopefully I got a special tree that I'm putting in right here. I'm going to pull this out, put it in another tree. And then of course, little lamb. This lamb has some fruit still. It's in there. I probably got about 7. It's for this like little tree. The thing is, the squirrels are getting them. I found a lamb fruit. Actually, it looked like they knocked it off. I took it and it ripened up, and then I actually tried it. It was pretty good. So I really liked it. Gem, doing okay. Getting better. Sutter gem, doing okay also. Getting better. Flowers all over. You can see that. And then Jim Bacon flowering also. And I saw an insect just flying around, hovering. Oh, there's a bee right there. Let's see if you can see that. So I'm mixed I have some mixed reviews on the gym bacon. We'll talk about it later. I need to do another. I was supposed to do a avocado awards for 2023, and I just got busy. But I owe you guys that for sure. So here is the Adrol flowering, and this is great. So I just noticed something. Like I find this around my yard all over the place, and this is essentially avocado seed. Whatever animal really did a good job of cleaning the fruit, that's what they left. So I know I'm gonna have like avocado trees kind of popping up within my yard if some of these seeds kind of take off. I'm gonna take this, throw it in the trash. But yeah, there's probably seeds all over the place, and it's all because of these squirrels that are going around. So the Adrol is definitely flowering. There's lots of them, lots of flowers all over. The reed, on the other hand, is not flowering yet, but I can see buds forming. My Nabal, which I painted that, by the way, so that's not normal. So Nabal is doing well. The leaves are nice and green. I can always tell, like Nabal leaves, they have the bigger leaves and have like a little ruffled edges. And usually they're a little bit bigger than that. But so this one's doing okay, just hanging in there. Here is my Carmen Hass. It's flowering. It's weird because it got its first set of flowers like last month, and we got another set of flowers coming in, and oh, I see a fruit. Oh, I just noticed that. I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get in there. Okay, let's oh, there's one little fruit. So I'm sure there's more. I haven't really did a really good job of looking, but this fruit was from like an earlier bloom, and now we're getting kind of like a second bloom in like a month. So kind of odd, but all good. Just means that you'll have fruit different times of the year. Hopefully I can get another bloom, a late bloom in addition to this bloom. So that would be kind of cool. And then over here, this is a Hass. This was planned. I planned this Hass. This was from Brokaw. I bought it, if I remember, it was on Dusa rootstock. So it's doing well. I'm gonna pan up a little bit so you can see. And it's starting to flower. So there's flowers in there. So let me show you some other stuff real quick, hold on. So back to the reed. We got a couple fruit. There was a lot more. I kind of pulled them off, but I saved 2 on this reed. So there's 2 fruit in there. I'm saving those guys. We'll see how those guys do. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this. So this is a Spice Z nectar plum. Check out this bark. I think we have a squirrel that has been kind of chewing at the bark, or some type of animal. But tree's just doing okay. It hasn't flowered yet, but I think the flowers are gonna come out here anytime. But it's just kind of sad to see that. But we do get fruit. The fruit's excellent, by the way. If you're looking for a Spice Z nectar plum, definitely get one. Highly recommended. Also, I have a Cherimoya, which is right here. Zooming up, zooming back down. I have one fruit, which is right here, and I'm starting to notice these at the supermarket, so I think it's time. I think it's time to pick this guy, and then I'm gonna go weigh it. Let me do it right now. Don't want to mess this up. Maybe I should cut it. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. I don't wanna rip it out. Oh, I just broke this. Great. Okay, here it is. Trying to do it one-handed, it's not good. Anyways, my first Cherimoya, it's a Dr. White. And here's where I got it from. Show you some other stuff. Another lamb. It's got some fruit on there. Here is my bacon, and bacon is in full bloom, I guess. The flowers are coming in. See that? Excited about that bacon making another comeback this year. It didn't get a lot of fruit last year, so I mean I was okay with it. It's, you know, it had a massive crop the year before, but this year it looks like the flowers are really coming in, so we should have a good amount of fruit this coming year. And right next to the bacon is my SC Gold, and it's definitely starting to form flowers from what I can tell. So exciting times, definitely exciting times here. Here's my other reed. This reed's doing pretty good also. It's got some fruit in there. I probably shouldn't have held this many fruit, but I really couldn't help myself. I know some of you guys, and you know better, I know better, but I still decided to allow some fruit to kind of hang on. There's probably a good 6 or so fruit. So that's kind of the size of them right now. There's my reed. And right here is my green gold. Green gold's doing good. So here's another Carmen, and we got fruit in there. It's got a lot of fruit actually for the size of a tree. So I started picking 1 or 2 and tried it, and they were good. So they're starting to be really tasty. And Gwen still have some fruit on there. I thinned it out a little bit. Can't wait to start enjoying these. I really like the Gwen a lot. It's very it kind of fruits itself to death sometimes. So much fruit that it broke the branch. So excited about having a Gwen. And of course I have another Gwen right there, which the rootstock's kind of outgrowing. And I have a Warts, aka Avocado, right there. There's lots of fruit in there. Let me go show you that real quick. But I do have a little bit of an issue because that is a big sucker. I'm planning on grafting onto that. So there's fruit in here on the little avocado. See that? So I have one that fell off. I think some animal kind of knocked it off, and it's soft. It's ready to eat. So I'm going to be probably cutting it open maybe tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I just saw a bee over here. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. I need to do more videos. It's actually a lot of fun to kind of hang out in the backyard. Just more than anything, it's really relaxing to chill. And then, of course, I'm always staying hydrated. I always gotta stay hydrated if I'm hanging out in the backyard. So, hope you guys are doing good. Talk to you guys later. See ya.